The genocide in Rwanda has displaced much of the country's population. The bulk of this genocide took place in 1994, when 800,000 men, women, and children perished in the Rwandan genocide. This took place after the plane of the president of Rwanda was shut down. Violence followed immediately afterwards. This genocide perished about 3/4 of their population. Agriculture is critical to rebuilding this society. The agriculture sector accounts for 37% of Rwanda's gross domestic product, generates 65% of Rwanda's export revenue, and employs approximately 90% of the country's population. In this discussion, we will focus on the importance of a donation to a man named Jean. Jean is the father of 4 children and has been a rice farmer for 28 years. With a loan from Kiva, he would like to pay the workers who cultivate his rice production. We believe this is a fantastic cause given the importance of agriculture in Rwanda. Specifically, we will highlight the need of donations. Due to recent genocides in Rwanda, farmers are underserved by other financial institutions. That agriculture is how the country mainly supports itself, so donations are absolutely crucial. To inform you with the most trustworthy information, this group has done extensive research on the country and has only utilized peer-reviewed sources.
In 1994, a tragedy known as the Rwandan genocide had taken place. The genocide was responsible for devastating the lives of many Rwandans due to the destruction of agriculture. The Rwandan genocide was responsible for more than 500,000 to 800,000 deaths. The people of Rwanda were distraught and hopeless. They had no food or income due to the amounts of limited resources. This caused famine and ended many more lives. Almost 2/3 of the 8.1 million population lived below the poverty line, and according to the World Bank, the GDP per capita was $250 in 2000. In many cases, it is even lower. Genocide is the reason why farmers need a lot of help, like Jean, because the effects are still seen even today. Donating a small amount can make a big difference in the lives of the helpless. It's a small step to motivating and gives hope to those who have nothing left.
Reason why farmers in Rwanda, like Jean, need financial support is because the farmers tend to not receive funding from government and other international non-governmental organizations. Mainly, there are 2 reasons why this is the case. First of all, harsh and unpredictable climate make Rwanda a risky area to invest in terms of agriculture. Throughout Rwanda, serious floods and droughts can occur in the same area within months of each other. These events can lead to famine and widespread disruption of agricultural well-being. In fact, throughout Africa, 1/3 of the people are already living in drought-prone areas, and 220 million are exposed to drought every year. Secondly, price fluctuation has contributed to minimal financial aid to farmers in Rwanda. For example, when you consider the price of coffee from Rwanda in 2011, the prices were fluctuating at many instances. At the end of 2011, the price of coffee per kilogram was between $4 and $5. However, early in 2012, the price drastically rose as high as $7 per kilogram. During that year, many coffee farmers had containers full of coffee still waiting to be sold.
Agriculture in Rwanda is the backbone of the country financially. Like Katie mentioned earlier, the agriculture sector accounts for about 37% of Rwanda's GDP and employs the vast majority of the population at about 90%. That is an enormous reliance on a single industry, and if Rwanda's agriculture is not supported, that would crush Rwanda financially and would also deliver a huge blow to the population, as so many rely on agriculture for work and also feeding themselves. This is especially true because of the fact that Rwanda by no means has an abundance of natural resources, so there really isn't any other revenue stream that could help make a difference. Rwanda grows bananas, potatoes, beans, wheat, corn, and rice, but the climate and geographical characteristics of Rwanda have given them ideal growing conditions and soil composition that just so happens to yield very high quality tea and coffee, two cash crops that are very sought after all over the world. Despite agriculture's importance to Rwanda, financial institutions are reluctant to invest because it's considered a high risk proposition due to weather concerns, natural disaster, and price fluctuations. This is why loaning money to farmers like Jean is so important. The people of Rwanda need outside support, and donating isn't just a way to help Jean, but is also a way to help in the larger scheme of things. This money would not only go to Jean, but it would help him pay his workers, as well as support other farmers in his business as well. The people of Rwanda still live in a very difficult situation, many living in poverty and working for disturbingly low wages. And supporting farmers like Jean is a great way to help those people hang on to the cornerstone of their country's economy.
Jean is like many others in Rwanda, supporting not only his family but other citizens of his country through agriculture. It is an absolute necessity in rebuilding the structure of their society. Although agriculture was always critical, it is especially important following recent genocide while farmers are underserved. Throughout this discussion, we informed you why farmers in Rwanda, like Jean, need financial support in order to strengthen its economy. More than a decade following those horrific events, Rwanda is still struggling. That's why we urge you to donate to Jean's cause right away, as you will not only be supporting his family, but many citizens of Rwanda which he employs. Thank you.